need to address this as well. And Tommy Waddle address this. And I need to address some idiots
Waddle
real
had
quick.
A day.
Waddle
got busy.
I need to address some idiots real quick because he's 100% right. Y'all see this part? See, I don't like this. Hold on. Let me. I don't have a file. There we go. Y'all see this? Y'all see this part here where it says "In Poles we trust," and I see that all over Twitter. Oh, I trust Ryan Poles to do the right thing. He's gonna keep Justin. I trust Ryan Poles to do the right thing. He's gonna go get us a quarterback. I trust, but you all you doing is trusting Ryan Poles to do what you want to do, and you know what? You're not a GM.
What?
Yeah, they are.
You can put a hat on. Not a GM.
5.
And this kills me, right? Because the trust of Poles is based on if he does what I want him to do. Y'all sound dumb. Do you trust Ryan Poles or not? Do you believe that Ryan Poles can make the right decision or not? And it's not. This is not directed at anybody specific except the people that are idiots. Guess what? If Ryan Poles comes out tomorrow and says we're trading Justin Fields, we don't believe he's the quarterback of our future, I'm gonna go. I don't agree with that, but I trust you. It's called trust. Do I like it? No. Am I going to be upset about it? Sure. Am I going to feel like, man, I feel like we're missing out on something here? But I trust my GM. You want to know why? Because he's been here 2 years, and 3 years ago, I had a GM that was literally just a hair model that would come out once a month, just be like, well, the sky's blue and water's wet and the water's green sometimes.
Man, peeking through the door.
And like, who cares? What, like 3 years ago, this franchise, I need y'all to understand, 3 years ago, we had no hope for the next 10 years.
That man would come out with his glasses on. You thought he was a runway model, didn't you?
Bro, 3 years ago, we had no hope for the next 10 years. Legitimately, we had paid Khalil Mack. We were going to pay Roquan Smith. You were going to have to figure out we had Allen Robinson on the team. You had Mitch. You had already missed on the quarterback. You were too good to suck to go get another quarterback. Your offensive line was in shambles. Your defensive line was getting old. You had no hope. In 2 years, you got hope. So whatever decision Ryan Poles makes, do I trust him right now? 100%. Now, it's the results-based business. If we get to the end of next season and we got less wins than we got coming out of this season, all right, now I got some questions. What's going on? What happened here? Is this because of injury? Is this because like that? That's different. But you're sitting here and you're basing your trust off of whether Ryan Poles does what you want him to do. And I'm somebody that got egg on his face. You want to know why? Because I said, Ryan Poles, you need to go save Chase Claypool from the Steelers. And 2 days later, he actually did it. Oh, I was a king. I was in the YouTube spaces. Guess what? That video's still getting laughing emojis. He just dropped a pass to win the game the other day. Laughing emoji, laughing emoji, laughing emoji. Funniest part about that video is that I cut out the next part where Joel is like just creeping underneath the camera. I don't know what that was. Like,
we saw you.
For the record, I was.
We saw you, Joe.
I wasn't high on the Chase Claypool, by the way. I was like, I wouldn't do it.
I didn't want that.
Wait,
I was. I'm not even on front. I was.
He didn't waffle on that. When the trade went down, he was in on the Claypool trade. No. And then once it turned bad, he was like, I never was good. I was never big.
Let me state for the record. When you first brought it up, I was like,
you was out on
that. Then when we got him, I'm like, well, it ain't gonna work because it's hard for someone to trade in season. So let's see what he does in this coming up year. So I was kind of excited that we got a 6'4", 230, 40 pound, 20 pound receiver. Yeah. It's disappointing it didn't work out. But I'm like, if Pittsburgh's gonna move on from it, then that means something, But when we got him, like, hopefully it worked.
Ryan Poles has gotten us 6 starters in the draft. Some of them late. Technically, he's also gotten us 2 swing guys if you count Terrell Smith and Velus Jones. That I don't. What are
you doing, like, Joe?
Joe trying to put
this right here.
He wants to show his graphic off. He's gotten us legitimately right. Jaquan Brisker. Joe don't even have one of the starters on here. Jaquan Brisker, Tyreek Stevenson, Kyler Gordon, Jack Sanborn. Everybody forgets about Jack Sanborn. Jack Sanborn, probably one of the smartest people on the team, got him undrafted. Tevin Jenkins is previous. Got you Braxton Jones. Whether we like Braxton Jones or not, he's a 5th round pick that is over accentuated overachieve. Thank you, kid.
You need to put Eddie Jackson in the red, by the way.
For him to do. He got you a right tackle in this draft. Like, how can you not trust this dude? And to me, it's the dumbest thing in the world when people are like, I literally seen people under videos. I trust Ryan Poles as long as he keeps Justin Fields. Shut up. Shut up. I trust Ryan Poles as long as he keeps my favorite quarterback. Go cheer for him on another team then, because I trust the dude that's building the Chicago Bears. And I don't do the whole everybody.
That's a mic drop right there. We go ahead and end the show.
It's a lot of people out here that's trying to force me like, you gonna cheer for Justin on another team if he get traded. I'm gonna cheer for that team. I'm like, yeah, I'm not.
If you want to,
I'm not that guy.
At the end of the day, we're Bears fans, right? We want to. He appears to be a controlled, smart GM. So my preference, I say build the team up like a Kansas City squad.
Yeah.
If Fields works, or even if he never achieves the level you want that you want him to be, well, then you can either trade him after next year, because you don't have to pay him. You don't have to pay him for 2 years. Yeah. So, or he's in even a better situation. Not only did Fields play enough to make everybody appreciate him, so not only do we get the first with the 9th pick, and now we can trade down that first. You might even get a first round. If not, we definitely said a second, if not third, for Justin. But now his value increased.
That's the range.
He might actually get a first round for him. Like, you talking about win. Yeah. Curve everything else. But in the sense of also the coaches.
I see what you did there.
You like that? So this is incredible.
Just sweater on too tight.
I'm just saying, but the whole point is that you got Harbaugh or some great coaches that are coming available with all these picks, potential, but you still got to hit. You still got to, but his scouting seems to be solid, except for the McCaskey guys that's in the receiver room. That's it.
I mean, yeah, we gotta get rid of. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. Here's another failure. And I don't know if this is on Luke Getsy or not, but Luke Getsy was a coach on the college football, like when they do like the all-star game for college at the end of the year.
The Senior Bowl.
The Senior Bowl. He's the coach for the Senior Bowl. Guess who was on his team along with Tyler Scott? Romeo Dobbs, who was taken after Tyler Scott. What's his name? Martavius Wicks.
Oh yeah, from the Packers.
From the Packers, yeah, he also was on his team. So we had a dude there that got an up close and personal look at all of these guys. And he picked Tyler Scott. And oh, by the way, he's given all of Darnell Mooney, the guy who we kind of trust a little bit more and thought that Justin had this great relationship with. He's given all of the responsibilities that Darnell Mooney had last year to Tyler Scott. Like, he's giving them to his guy. And guess what his guy's
really proven anything this year. I'll play a little devil's advocate just because he hasn't played that well this year. Tyler hasn't proven anything either, but I think it's kind of noticeable that Darnell is kind of on the outskirts.
Y'all right. My bad. It was Jaden Reed, not Romeo Dobbs. I said the wrong Packer. Yeah, Jaden Reed was right after.
Dobbs is the second year. Oh, okay.
Dobbs in the second year. Dobbs was last year.
Okay.
Yeah, he's right, 100%. I believe we took Velus over Dobbs, though. Am I mistaken on that, or was he before Dobbs?
The fact that we took Velus over anybody is
Velus over.
Well, I mean, Velus in college was nice. He was just the older
Velus was a
prospect.
My G Velus should have been 199.
No, you're only saying that.
You're looking at it from the standpoint of how bad he is now, but I'm saying from out of college, he was a very good player.
Even in college, he was a kick
on the draft night. Pat, what did I say?
He was a kick returner.
Pat, what did I say?
No, he was a good receiver at Tennessee.
Actually, here's the thing. In college, you just went, who?
Who? Like, literally.
Or on draft night, I should say, you went, who?
I went, who? Hey, the whole chat was like, who's this guy? I remember it vividly because I'm like, out of all the names we had, we said him.
Velus was an interesting pick.
He was like 26 years old.
Now listen, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he's an older prospect.
I like Tyler Scott, but Tyler Scott got the same issue right now that he had in college. Tyler Scott, great feet off of the line, can really Tyler Scott has all the makeup to be a good wide receiver. He can get off the line, he can create separation. He's got great speed. But when the ball, not even that, because he's so fast. Yeah, as long as you don't get killed, which is technically it's illegal to do. He should survive. but he got to catch the ball when it hit him in the hands.
I think that I think back to the poll situation.
Let's relax, Joe.
Huh? Oh,
Not you. He looking at the chat.
Let's relax.
I would say, oh, okay, yeah. I would. The thing is
that was also a pause though. The poll situation that was crazy.
Well, what we've seen from Ryan Poles,
yeah,
is that I don't think he's going to do. He hasn't done anything traditional. So like everybody's clamoring for MHJ. Clearly, I think they're going to do some. He might do some different stuff. Like he's done it the first year. He drafted a cornerback and a safety that no one expected, and he did the best he could with two second rounders. He traded out his number 1 pick to move down to 9 and then to 10. So we don't know what he might do some. I think if he was to do the two trade deal, that would be hilarious. That would be crazy to do that.
We'll see what he's gonna do. But at the end of the day, I trust what Ryan Poles is doing. I believe that he's doing the right thing. I believe. Listen, he made a mistake. Has he missed on some things? Yeah, I think Nate Davis right now is a tough situation to be in. You also got him in one of the worst seasons you could have got him in with the situation he had off the field. Chase Claypool just bad. That's a bad trade, right? But you know what I love about Ryan Poles and how we're moving forward with him? Chase Claypool is literally one of the worst trades you could have made. You traded a 2nd round pick. That's a starter for a dude that couldn't figure out how to run an offense. Now, it seems like the offense is stupid, so it kind of makes sense now. But you couldn't figure out how to run the offense.
Was he right, though?
I mean, he was right. He was right, but he said it wrong.
Right. The way he went about it was
went about it the wrong way, but he was right. He was right.
Him and Fields both questioned the play calling and like the coaching. Like it was clearly there's something going on.
Wait, he was wrong about
how he went about it. He wasn't a professional.
He was wrong about how he went about it.
But the point is that there's a lack of respect for them is the point. So between Fields or Claypool, he's more of a head case, but the talent was there. You couldn't.
DJ Moore is still saying the same stuff, but he's saying it the right way. He's going. Yeah, the system's fine. There's just some things that we need to tweak. Like being explosive and throwing the football. That's basically saying you're not. Yeah,
using DJ was calling people out in that exit meeting.
I ain't gonna lie. DJ Moore is kind of like I'm your best receiver. You know it. You ain't gonna.
Hey, DJ Moore is the nice dude to stick the knife between your ribs. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like he's sly in the locker room. I like watching his press conferences. He be like, listen, man. Sometimes you love these guys, and I love them, but hate every now and then. Wait a minute, hold on now. But no, it's I think the thing is, right, for me with the Claypool situation is most GMs wouldn't have had the cojones to go do that again. Ryan Poles did it the next season. Montez Sweat became available. He realized Sweat was probably not going to re-sign there, which means he was going to hit free agency. He was going to go down to Atlanta. He was going to sign in Atlanta. He literally said this. And then Ryan Poles is like, I can't let this dude get to Atlanta because then they'll be dominant in the NFC with everything they got building up over there. I'm going to trade another 2nd round pick to go get Montez Sweat in the building. And I'm going to convince him to sign here. And I'm going to sign him. Now, all of a sudden, right, you got Michael Lombardi. Oh, how you could have just paid him to come here. And not for the money you gave him. Shut up. You're another idiot. Barkevious Mingo. That's what's on your resume, buddy. Barkevious Mingo, Michael Lombardi. Yeah. Remember that name. Hey, anybody checked on Barkevious Mingo? Don't worry about it. He's still a piece of garbage. Sorry, I'm off caffeine right now. I'm hyped. But at the end of the day, here's my thing. You got a GM that's willing to make tough decisions and realize I got egg on my face for one of these.
Yeah.
That don't mean I can't do it again. That don't mean I can't go out here and make the right decision.
Not paying Roquan was a risk. He took it. Roquan still had a good season. It worked out.
It was a win-win.
It worked out. TJ is one of the best tacklers in the league. Yeah.
But he's also going into his 3rd year as a GM. Like hopefully we're watching someone getting better at his job, know, because he missed on the nose tackle that went to Pittsburgh, Ogunjobi.
Larry. He didn't pass his physical, right?
That's not a miss.
I'm just saying, like, there's certain, but he didn't pass his physical. Then he didn't sign him, but we didn't get anybody else. And we got Justin Jones, I think, from San Diego.
Yeah.
I think that the point is that he's getting better, which is good. Huh?
I said, drop him back in coverage.
Jeez,
I got an idea.
Hey, Joe.
No. I got an idea. What we can do, we're going to take the 350-pound nose tackle and we're going to run him off the back, and chase down the tight end because he's got range.
Hey, Muggs had me cracking up because they was talking about Yurko has said this. He said everybody's got that play in their playbook. Everybody runs that play. Yurko was talking about how he dropped back in coverage as well. And I asked Yurko on the pod, I said, Yurko, how many touchdowns somebody score on you? He said none. I said, well, Yurko, I hate to tell you this, but he's got 14 points in 2 weeks on his head. Not dropping back in coverage no more. Yeah, I mean, like I think one of the things for me, and to kind of put a bow on all of this is Ryan Poles has when we talk about the Bears' options being endless, it's because of him. It's because of one dude. It's also because of an organization that's dog water down in Carolina, but he realizes the organization is dog water. He goes and gets DJ Moore. And we also get that too. Yeah, by V-Dog drop pointing out if Ian Cunningham leaves, we get 2 additional draft picks.
Next year.
Next year,
Not
yes.
this year. Next year.
And he's interviewing, I believe he interviewed today with the Washington Commanders. So it's going to be interesting to see if he does leave. That would be an interesting situation to leave for. But the Commanders have new ownership, so it's not like he's going over there for Dan Schneider and all of that. But all of the options, all of the limitless possibilities the Chicago Bears have are because of Ryan Poles. So if you're excited to be here, if you're excited that we're in this position, if you feel like your team's moving in the right direction, shut up and stay on the ride.
Stay on the ride.
That's all I'm saying, bro. It's like, listen, we can sit here and we can nitpick what he's done and where he's missed, but like in 2 years, we went from a 3-win team to a 7-win team, and we feel like the coaching staff effed up 2 of them. Joe feels like 3.
The first 4 games was, how do you go a whole off season and you come out the first week of the season unprepared like you were? Then you have another 7.
No, they were prepared. They were prepared.
They were prepared to play
screenplays.
I'm gonna slide.
And then,
move, my G.
And then you got another 17 weeks. Yeah. But you got another 17 weeks and you're still not no, every game that mattered. This is why I don't like him. The games that mattered, we didn't win or show up for. I don't care about beating bums. Like, I would love that Poles can see that. Like, he's a nice guy, but he does not have the temperament to put his foot on someone's neck and try to kill them. Like, we don't need Mr. Nice Guy.
I do want to ask this though, because clearly we all agree, and I think the whole city agrees, that Eberflus and Getsy is a problem.
Hey, I'm gonna slide.
But Eberflus did something that ultimately we have to give him credit for, which is the only reason he's still in the conversation. Our defense looks great once outside of that last game. But if he goes, so does kind of that. I mean, not the system necessarily, but like who necessarily takes over that and continues that trajectory? Who are you replacing? Because I will say, as a DC, I think Eberflus is up there. You got to give him.
Eberflus is up there.
I mean, that doesn't matter. I don't know why that narrative.
I'll say this as a DC.
I let him go. My defense might take a step back.
Well, as a DC, you feel better about as a DC, you feel better about Matt Eberflus being that position, right? But as a DC, in these last 7 games, for some reason we overlooked this. The defense lost 2 of the games.
They play conservative.
As a DC, the defense let you down in the Detroit game. As a DC, the defense let you down in the Denver game. Now, a defense that didn't have Montez Sweat at that point, very different. But there are still right. Like if you
an incomplete defense at that, we don't have
Jalen Johnson,
100%, 100%. But even I still look at all of those situations and say, if he was just the DC, we'd probably be calling for his head. But because he's the head coach of a situation that, if we're being honest, he put the team. But like we were like, he bounced back and fought back and got back into it. And it's like, he bounced back from a situation that he put us in. He had the team unprepared the first 3 weeks of the season. He made the wrong decision in week 4. He went into a a loser's mentality in that Detroit game. Like this, did the defense get better? 210%. But is it finished? No. He had his defense not ready to go versus the Green Bay Packers in a game that allows them to get in the playoffs.
You have nothing to lose. All you had to do you could sit there and just throw the kitchen sink at this team, and you did nothing. You just sat there pedestrian, playing not to lose, playing scared. I think
it's tough because what's the step back? Like this, if the step back is like we are pretty much still a 7-win team, but our defense is a little bit worse, then I guess that's a step back. But I think that you're going to add to this defense. You're going to put pieces in place. Yeah, they might have to learn a different language for the system that they're going to be in, but I wouldn't think that you bring a new head coach in and you're just like, hey.
But we're not. The thing is, this is a pivotal point of this team. That defense is not set. You can still go to a traditional 4-3 and then come out and get like a blitzing linebacker.
You're playing a 42 nickel. You're playing a lot of soft coverage. Lance hates how much soft coverage we play.
Yeah,
I'm with him.
You can move Tyreek in. Like he can be all over the place, and you got Brisker. Like you got two dogs back there. Like this defense is not fully set. Like until they can literally go two jumbos in the middle for the 4-3, or they can go to this 3 technique and then keep this, this cover 2 defense. Like it's not all the way set. So this will be very interesting. Even on the offense is not set yet. Yeah. Like we don't have the running backs to run this zone blocking scheme. We only have one capable receiver and a good tight end. We still need the other lineman. And
I got a question. Go ahead, Joe. I'm sorry. I thought you was finishing. I tried to jump in. Is that double dutch you was doing yesterday?
Yeah. Hey, Mike, I just want. I
thought he was
great. That's exactly what the face was. He's like,
I cut him off. My bad. My bad.
Because I thought he had paused. My fault. No, all my point is that this team is not all the way there yet. So to me, if you move from Fields, then you're going to go ahead and change the offensive identity of what this team would be if you get a different coordinator, or you bring in the same type of system regardless. But the team isn't set on both sides of the field just yet. Yep. So you have some pivot. You have some.
You still got some flexibility. There's still a lot that you can do. A lot of wiggle room.
I don't know. I find Eberflus situation a lot more interesting than Getsy. I think Getsy's definitely out of there, and that's the opportunity we have to kind of do something different there. When I look at Eberflus, though, dog, I'm like, that defense showed up for a good portion of that game. I'm gonna be honest with you. The Green Bay, as much as Jordan Love was cooking, throwing off the bat,
the first quarter they played very well, and then they just switched it up.
Yeah, but Green Bay still only scored 17 points. What was it? 17 or 19? Whatever it was.
But they still were picking apart the defense. Yeah, they were making it done all day.
Things, though. They just weren't scoring.
They put up 400 yards of
they
offense
missed a couple of field goals too,
and they won the time of possession. Like that's not good.
No, it's not good. I would say this, but if the offense scores one touchdown like theirs did,
100%. Listen,
that's a fact. It doesn't. But I mean, they also had like 9 points that they didn't put up.
It was a team garbage game. But I'm not gonna give the defense praise for
leave me alone.
17 points, you should win the game, but you got to go win that game on making elite plays quickly. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Hey, I think we got a lot of options available to us. I think it's going to be a very fun offseason for the Chicago Bears. I think this week is going to be interesting. Somebody asked me, hey, Pat, is no news good news or bad news? I think that depends on what kind of news you're looking to get. So,
it's up in the air.
That's probably not going to happen. But I would like it. I would love it. I would love to hear that the Bears did that, but it's probably not going to happen. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page if you guys have not done so. Appreciate you guys for tuning in and showing love. As always, man, it's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Joined by the pettiest man alive, the super producer Joel Holt and Jordan JC. Make sure you get in tune with Jordan over on the Chicago Bears Breeze. You get in tune with Kid over on the Chicago Bulls Breeze. Plenty of Bulls news going around here, boys. It's there's some trades afoot possibly. It's going to be interesting to see. And tune in with Joel at the old folks home for a nice cup of soup. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Peace.
Give him a hot toddy.
What?